guys, I really I don't really know how to start this video. I'm trying really hard to just like collect myself and not get too emotional and upset, but it's not boding well anytime I've tried to film anything regarding this. But I finished all of the previous clips for this video on Monday, I believe, and Tuesday morning, and then I got this bit of information on Tuesday afternoon, evening, and I was going to honestly just scrap the whole video, but instead I'm still going to edit it and have it be like my final love letter to her. But I did get news this past Tuesday that my friend who picked the books for this video passed away. And like I said, I could scrap this video, but we were having so much fun with me filming it, like texting her my updates, and like literally I hadn't heard from her all day Monday, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell her that I gave one of these books like a really bad rating, like we're gonna be laughing about it. And like we were just having so much fun. She had so much fun picking the books and all of her reasonings, and like she went into depth, and like we're just having so much fun doing this video together. Not like together because she's obviously already read all of the books, but just like chatting about them after I finished them. Like a lot of love went into the picks, into the filming, into the reading, and I don't want to just scrap it because she was so excited about this video. And she was like, oh my god, I can't wait to like do Wanted to Pick Your Reads. And like it seems so silly, but like it was just something that we were excited about. So I am going to still edit it and still upload it for her, to her. But yeah, it's just been a really bad couple of days. It's been a really hard week, and this one's for you, Christy. I love you. Hello friends, and welcome to episode 3 of Besties Pick My Reads. Make sure you check out episode 1 where my friend Andrea picked my reads, and episode 2 where my friend Emily picked my reads. And today we are on to episode 3 where one of my dear friends, Christy, is up on the chopping block. She's up to pick my reads, and I will say, out of all of my friends, I think she and I have the most similar reading taste. So I'm thinking we're gonna have some serious bangers in this video. Andrea and I have complete opposite tastes in read. We like, basically, if she gives something like a high rating, I know I'm gonna hate it, and if she DNFs something, it'll probably be a new 5 stars. So I knew hers wasn't gonna go super well. Emily, she's episode 3. We have kind of hit and miss favorites, but I think she understands what I don't like about the books that she does like, so I was pretty excited about those reads. However, Christy, we have maybe, I would say, like 5 reads ever that we disagree on. So with that being said, we will go over the 5, though she picked 4 books. She said she couldn't narrow it down, and so we're doing 4 for her video. And I mean, I guess if anything's a DNF, then it'll work out because we have an extra book. So the books that she has picked, she picked the Guncle, and she also gave me reasons. So I can give you her reasons as to why. She picked Guncle. Funny and focuses on the importance of relationships. So that was her reason for picking this book. And this book is, I'll let you know what it's about because I don't really know. It says Patrick O'Hara is out of his league. Patrick, or Gay Uncle Patrick, GUP for short, has always loved his niece Maisie and nephew Grant. That is, he loves spending time with them when they come out to Palm Springs for long weekend visits, or he heads back home to Connecticut for the holidays. But in terms of caretaking and relating to two children, no matter how adorable, Patrick is honestly overwhelmed. So when tragedy strikes and Maisie and Grant lose their mother and Patrick's brother has a health crisis of his own, Patrick finds himself suddenly taking the role of a primary guardian. Despite having a set of Guncle rules ready to go, Patrick has no idea what to expect, having spent years barely holding on after the loss of his great love and a somewhat stalled acting career in a life that's not suited to a 6 and 9-year-old, quickly realizing that parenting, even if it is temporary, isn't solved with treats and jokes. Patrick opens his eyes to a new sense of responsibility and the realization that sometimes even being larger than life means you're unfailingly human. So it sounds amazing. It sounds definitely like right up my alley. Next, she selected I'm That Girl, which this is a book that she gifted to me, so thanks, girl. She actually gifted me 2 of these. This is Jordan Chiles' autobiography, so we have a nonfiction, and her reasoning was Olympic gymnast. What more is there to say? Literally, there isn't more. The foreword is by Simone Biles, and I am for sure going to do this one on audio. There are pictures in here, so I'll make sure to go look at the pictures and all the captions and stuff. But, I have my gift receipt in there. But I also love the reverse dust jacket. It is so stunning. And I am absolutely obsessed with Olympic gymnastics. I spent last summer literally just feet up watching day in and day out the gymnastics. So I'm very obsessed and I'm very excited to hear Jordan's story, and I'm pretty sure she narrates the audio, so I'm going to wait for my next Audible credit to get this unless it comes through on Libby, which I don't think it will. So there's that. Then she picked Kill for Me, Kill for You, one of her favorite thrillers of 2024. This actually does not have the synopsis on it, I don't think, anywhere, so it's actually kind of awkward. Kill for Me, Kill for You. What is this about? I really don't know. Acknowledgements. I don't know, but we're going to read it, and I'll let you know, I guess, when we get there. And then finally, we have got this, which is called Sandwich. It's very short, and this is Sandwich, the most out of your comfort zone, focuses on characters, but is a great book, and it's a quick read, so I don't think you'll get bored. So I actually, this is, I think, at the time of filming this is June, and I think that this is one of the Barnes & Noble, like, book club picks, and the lady described it as it's about a woman who's going on vacation with her, like, aging parents and her children, and she's kind of sandwiched in the middle, but we'll see what the synopsis says. For the past 2 decades, Rocky has looked forward to her family's yearly escape to Cape Cod. Their humble beach town rental has been the site of sweet memories, sunny days, great meals, and messes of all kinds. Emotional, marital, and thanks to the cottage's anticipating plumbing, septic too. This year's vacation with Rocky sandwiched between her half-grown kids and her fully aging parents promises to be just as delightful as past summers, perhaps for Rocky's hormonal bouts of rage and melancholy. Hello, menopause. Her body is changing, her life is too, and then a chain of events sends Rocky into the past, reliving both the tenderness and sorrow of a handful of long ago summers. It's one precious week. Everything is in balance, everything is flux, and when Rocky comes face to face with her family's history and future, she is forced to accept that she can no longer hide her secrets from the people she loves. So this sounds super duper cute. Well, not cute. It seems like it's going to be emotional. And I'm excited. Like I said, it's very short. It's only like, what, 220 pages? Yeah. 221 pages. It has over 40 chapters. So that's amazing. So these are the books that we are going to read based on Christi's picks. guys, we have finished Sandwich. I listened to the entire audiobook today. The audiobook is very short. I think it's like 6 hours, and I was listening to it at 3 times speed. So it's simply, I think it was like 5.5 hours. Took me no time at all. But I did end up giving this book 3 stars. It was good. I'm probably never going to think about it again. It didn't change my life. But in this book, we have our main character. Her name is Rachel, but she goes by Rocky. And she has 2 kids, I believe. She has some kids and a husband, and she's going through menopause. And menopause is like a very big topic of this, and it's kind of wild. Like, as a woman who's gonna be 30, I don't know really anything about menopause, if I'm being so for real with you. I feel like they don't teach about it in school, and my mom simply died before she went through menopause. So my knowledge on it is not great, and I'm terrified. This book made me absolutely terrified. But basically, she's going through menopause. We're basically getting like kind of like the story of her life and how she's gotten to where she is. And she has like grown children who are no longer at home, so she's an empty nester. Her parents are aging, and she's just trying to really figure out her life. Her and her family go on this summer vacation every year to Cape Cod, and so her daughter's there, Willow, and her son, Jamie, and he brought his girlfriend, Maya, and it's literally very like mundane, their time at the house and what's going on. There are some things you find, it's very short, so I don't want to say like too much. You find out about different struggles that Rocky has dealt with regarding fertility and miscarriage, and doctors kind of being shitty towards her. And then you find then her parents come for like a couple of days to stay, and you kind of get to see like how she's dealing with her parents getting older and just all of the changes of life. And so it was a decent start for this video. We've got a 3-star. I'm sure when I tell Christy that I gave it 3 stars, she's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not shocked. Like, of course you did. But overall, it was a good time, and I'm glad I read it, and I'm interested to see what else Miss Newman writes. The cover of this on Storygraph, though, is so cute. It's like all yellow with a piece of toast that's like burnt, but it looks like it was wearing, like, has tan lines of a bikini. I don't know, I thought that cover was really funny. But we are all done with Sandwich. Okay, guys, we are back at it reading Christy's picks. We read Sandwich last week, and I am now working through the rest of her books. I've been in the middle of way too many videos, and I'm trying to hone in and get some stuff done. So we are listening to Guncle, and I am absolutely loving it. I'm about 30% of the way through. So in this book, we have Patrick. He is this gay man that lives in California who used to work in TV. He hasn't really done any jobs in a while, but he's like an actor. And just gotta remember these children's names. Isn't that even in here? Maisie and Grant. Okay. So basically, we learn that Patrick had his best friend who married his brother, and she died. She had an illness, I believe, and she passed away, and their dad is struggling with addiction. He had turned to pills during his wife's illness to cope, and he knows that he needs to go get help so that he can be there for his children. So he needs Patrick to take the kids to California with him and take care of them for the summer while he is in rehab. So Patrick reluctantly agrees, and we are just in the trenches of him trying to learn how to not just be the fun uncle, but to be the parent, to be there for them when they lose a tooth and need the tooth fairy, to be there for them when they are having nightmares, and more importantly in this story, to be there for them through missing their mom, and through losing their mom, and through going through all of those emotions. And it's already like so emotional. We're already seeing so many changes in Patrick. He's very reluctant in the beginning to like have any interest in them and the things that they like, and now within like the first 30% he's purchased like children dealing with grief workbooks to try to help the kids understand what's going on and to be there for him. And I just know that this is going to be an emotional book, and I'm so far loving it. If you don't know, I am in fact, unfortunately, a part of the Dead Mom Squad. So books involving a dead mom really are my cup of tea, because I always find them extra emotional because I can relate so deeply to them. And though I wasn't as young as these children when my mom passed away, like my sister was in high school, and I was, I think, just barely, I had just turned 21. So it's so far really good. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to continue onward. But so far, it's feeling like either a 4 or 5 star as of right now. But no solid decision has been made at 30%. Okay guys, we have finished the Guncle, and let's just say it's 4 stars. This was so good, and I'm like already gonna be on the hunt when I go used book shopping for the second book, which is called The Guncle Abroad. So essentially through this book we have Patrick, who is the gay uncle of Maisie and Grant, and it's just very much, it's not like they are family, so it's not like found family, but it's like finding yourself. And essentially his best friend, I don't know if they even talk about her name in the synopsis. Patrick's best friend married his brother, and whenever she died, he ended up needing to watch the kids while the dad was in rehab, as I mentioned. And through this, he's just really learning a lot about himself and about love, because his partner passed away, and he's really realizing how he has not grieved that. And it was just so good, so heartwarming. 4 stars. Next up, tomorrow. My plan is to finish both of these tomorrow, okay? And then I can finish out this book and add these to my June stats and have this video done being filmed in June. By the time you guys see it, it's probably August. But just know, it's June 29th while I'm filming this. I'm going to be reading this. I had purchased this like for 99 cents on my Kindle while it was on sale. And this is Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Cavanagh. I literally have no clue what this is about, and there's no synopsis on the back, so love that for me. But I know it's a thriller. I'm gonna read this while I'm at my hair appointment tomorrow. It's only 330 pages, and it's got like over 60 chapters, so I'm super excited. I feel like all the books I'm reading lately have the longest chapters, so I feel like I'm basically gonna fly through this. And then I'm listening to this on audio because Jordan does narrate it herself. And I only have listened to the foreword, which was written by Simone Biles. But I am going to listen to this. This is like a pretty short book. It's like only 250-ish pages. And the audio at 3 times speed is only like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to plan to maybe listen to that on my drive to my hair appointment and my drive back, because it's like 30 to 40 minutes depending on traffic, and then listen to the rest of it sometime tomorrow, and then read most of this at my hair appointment, and then the rest of it tomorrow evening. And then we will come back with our final situation. But I'm so glad that this one was a winner, because Sandwich was just a 3. So I'm glad we have at least 1 4, and I'm sure Jordan's book will be a 5. I only really rate memoirs 4s or 5s. And then the thriller is honestly, it has a really good rating. It has over a 4 on Goodreads, which I feel like is pretty high for a thriller. So we'll see.